All right, welcome back. Today we're talking Algorand, ticker symbol ALGO. As a disclaimer, this is not investment advice. This is just a research video that I put together meant to be educational as well as entertaining. We're going to take a look at a few different news clippings and articles surrounding the company as of recently, and then we're going to jump into the charts. Thank you for your time. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Please enjoy. Okay, let's take a look at this article from Business Wire. Algorand and Bridge Tower Capital announced strategic partnership. This article came out a couple of days ago on the 15th. Today is April 17th, 2021. And I'm not going to go through the entire article, but I just wanted to showcase that Bridge Tower to offer tokenized security utilizing Algorand technology as the issuance solution of Bridge Tower shares. So, Bridge Tower Capital, they're a global private equity firm, and they focus on traditional private equity investments and blockchain and DeFi markets. And since they announced their partnership on the 15th, Algorand, the creator of the world's first pure proof-of-stake foundational blockchain. They are a leading blockchain technology company accelerating the convergence and decentralized and traditional finance. So I will leave this article in the show notes, but I think that it is very wise on both parties to make this partnership happen. And we're going to jump in the charts in just a little bit, but I want to also showcase a little bit about Algorand. If you don't know too much about it, obviously do your own research, make sure that you are comfortable with figuring out anything before you start to go a little bit deeper into this company. But I'm going to share with you a little bit about the trilemma that Algorand is trying to accomplish.
And then, by the way, says, yes, you should be a good citizen. But if you participate, you're going to be rewarded. We don't reward the miners. We reward ourselves. If we participate, we actually have incentives to participate. And if you delegate, you also have incentives. So it becomes very hard to really say, I don't want to do this. People can say, yeah, no. But you lose money. If you can make some money for free, making just a very simple participation, take it. If you don't want to do it really, take a bit less money and delegate. Otherwise, you don't make money. It's not. It's a very simple proposition. That's the way the system works at high level. And then there is going to be some. How do we choose minimal computation for generating the next block? And we generate the block in a way that is really bizarre to think. We actually agree, the entire community, 1 billion possible people, on the next block, on every single next block. It's only a question of technology. It sounds a very hard thing to do. That's why in the Nakamoto design, everybody works very, very hard, and only somebody succeeds. No, we are going to reach consensus globally, but in a super fast way. And another good thing is that, that sometimes there are forks. I don't mean hard forks because you want to split the community. It's just the soft forks that happens naturally because two people solve a crypto puzzle, a few things of each other, and you have a split. And every time you have a split, what happens? One of these two branches eventually die. And therefore, the fact that you see a block doesn't mean that this blocker is going to remain in the blockchain, because it may vanish if it is superseded by a longer branch, right? And in Algorand, instead, this is not possible. Algorand does not fork, period. It's one block after another, after another, after another, never a fork. So as soon as you see a block, if a payment to you is made in this block, that's money in the bank. Okay, you're done. The transaction is final. And just think of a financial system in which, with some probability, a wire transfer disappears. The system grinds to a halt, right? Uncertainty is not good in finance or anything else. And finally, I think that is the most important property of a blockchain is the following. So let's start. What is a community? Well, it's a live thing because it's made by people, okay? And people change and they want more and more things, right? As we say in Italy, and I think it translates, appetite grows while eating. You know what I mean? So are you happy with this property A, B, and C? Yes, it's a very good property. Well, after a while, how about D? How about E? Or you want property D? Form your own new blockchain. Start from scratch. But I'm already in a blockchain. Have a hard fork, split the community, split the currency. Really? Anytime we want to have a change, I have to split the community? This does not scale. That's not a plan for action, okay? So what do we have here? Instead, we have evolvability. Why? Because essentially, the mechanism, the consensus mechanism in Algorand consists of propose and agree, done, not diluted. Propose and agree, done. Propose and agree, done. What do we agree upon? 99.9% of the time on the next block. But the same mechanism can be used to agree on a new rule or on a new monetary policy. You propose, if we agree, we adopt it. Hard fork, now we are done, we consensually, right? That is the power. And I think that that's the way in which we are going to meet not only the current goals of the community, but also actually the future ones that we don't have, we don't know about anymore.
Okay, so hopefully with that you are able to at least try to wrap your head around the Algorand's approach to the trilemma. So let's take just real quickly about who Silvio Macaulay is. He's an Italian computer scientist at MIT Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory and a professor of computer science in MIT's Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science since 1983. His research centers on the theory of cryptography and information security. Macaulay won the Turing Award together with Shafi Goldwasser in 2012. Macaulay has been on the faculty at MIT Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department since 1983. His research interests are cryptography, zero-knowledge, pseudo-random generation, secure protocols, and mechanism design. In 2017, Macaulay founded Algorand, a fully decentralized, secure, and scalable blockchain which provides a common platform for building products and services for a decentralized economy. At Algorand, he oversees all research, including theory, security, and crypto finance. So, I like to hear from CEOs or founders or people that are involved with their company as opposed to just getting outside perspectives from analysts or whatever. But again, I think that it's important to understand who is behind the science, who is behind the technology of companies that I research. So let's move on. Okay, let's take a look at this article that came out earlier in the month of April from Crunchbase News. Strategy session, Borderless Capital targets Algorand, NFTs with new fund. So again, I'm not going to go through the entire article, but I just wanted to highlight it and try to understand that NFTs, yes, they are popular right now and for the foreseeable future. I think that it is safe to say that they're going to be here for a while, at least in the midterm, for long term, let's see. But a lot of, art houses like Christie's or Sotheby's, at the more that they start to adopt NFTs, I think that it's just a nice way for companies such as Algorand to get their footprint attached in that industry. So real quickly here from NFTs are on Ethereum has a growing community, and Algorand is a newer technology, so our focus is to kick off this cycle and invest in infrastructure products to make it easier for artists to use Algorand. We can make existing NFTs, create value for them, and make them compatible with Algorand. So this is coming from a source where we believe that, right, Crunchbase is trying to understand where, venture capital firms are, how they're using such technologies like Algorand, like Ethereum, and what they believe will be the future. So the David Garcia and Arul Marungan, they are the firm founders, and they started Borderless in 2018. So this is, to me, just nothing but good news, right? Since Borderless Capital, they're going to now use Algorand, or at least try to target Algorand's technology for the improvement of NFTs. So let's hear from just a small little interview from Coindesk from Micali.
So, well, we always believe that, right, that technology wins in the long run. So we are here for a long game, and we want to provide the best technology for not only for storing value, but actually for transacting very fast and creating a very easy to transact platform. And we are seeing, somehow adoptions by millions of users and launch on Algorand of various NFTs. We are going to see Tether and USDC, both of them using Algorand for US dollar stable coins. So we are going to see that technology is leading and is going to be the source of all this progress.
So as you know, the NFT space is getting increasingly crowded. What is the benefit of doing NFTs on Algorand specifically? What are you guys bringing to the NFT space?
Thank you very much, Emily. So first of all, I must say the simplicity of use, right? The Italian Society of Authors and Editors has launched some over 4 million NFT represent digital rights to pieces of music of over 100,000 artists in Italy. And so the simplicity is number one. Somehow, actually, the fact that you can do this without writing any code in matter of minutes, not hours, that's another one. Third, I would say you have to look at our chain. Algorand never forks. And, an NFT, by its own nature, is a unique artifact. And when there is a fork in the chain, is the NFT here or there, is a good problem. And Leonardo would agree there should not be two Mona Lisas. So the fact that we don't fork is a big advantage. And by the way, not only you want to generate the NFTs, but then also you want them to be served after you generate it. For instance, you want to acquire the rights to NFTs. And in Algorand, you can do with an atomic swap, which takes only a few seconds, and with immediate finality. Why? Because the chain doesn't fork. So as long as you've been paid on a block, you need to wait that more and more blocks are added to the chain to feel secure of your payment. You are paid right away. And somehow, I don't want also to... the cost effectiveness, the efficiency of Algorand is such that we can transmit it to our users. So somehow an atomic swap or a similar operation in Algorand costs 1/1000th of an algo. So at these price points, a lot of revenue models become possible that were not at all possible beforehand.
Okay, so let's take a look at my trading view around a 1 month window, trading window of ALGO. So it has kind of been consolidating around the 140s. It touched 150. It bounced around this area for quite some time. We start to see a little bit of movement. When some of the news and some of the articles are starting to kind of set in, at least in my opinion, a lot of buying. It's one of the more popular coins on Coinbase, at least. And so where we currently are at, we see that it popped, in the past day. I think that it is safe to say that it has broken through a barrier of resistance in the high 150s and the low $1.60 area. I'm just making a few different levels of support here in the 40s to the 50s area, and it was it was really just consolidating. Like I said, it had touched a few levels of support and then it had popped. And with the most recent news coming out that Bridge Tower is partnering with them, I think that it is going to have some more movements of consolidation. Perhaps a nice little pullback would be good to jump in. But we see here that it had broken through a level of resistance. Now, I think because a lot of the news, and there are so many different ways to play this, I'm going to make just a trend line for myself, actually more of like a level that I think could be the new level of support. Would be around the low $1.50 area, like 152, 153 area. And I choose that area because it had been consolidating there. It had become a level of support, a level of resistance, level of support, right? Consolidation. So now, moving forward, playing out just a scenario. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. As of this recording, it is wanting to kind of hover around the $1.70 area for the meantime, but who knows what can happen. But I think that if it drops down to the 150s again, I see it as a great buying opportunity. Me, myself, I'm holding ALGO, and I'm going to be holding it for the future. I'm very long on this coin. So I think that it is safe to say, at least for me and my research, that this is really good news that came out. And in the short term, I think that it should have a nice little pullback. But again, like I said, anything can happen. So that is the chart on ALGO. Okay, I'm going to leave it here. I want to thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. If there's another company, ETF, IPO, or another cryptocurrency that you would like for me to research, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section below, and I would do my best to get to it as soon as possible. I look forward to making some more of these videos. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps people find my content and allows me to continue to make these research videos that I really do enjoy. So until then, y'all have a good weekend. Y'all take care.